Hi guys, how's it going? It is me, Jack here, and welcome to episode number 7 of the Football Manager 2023 save with Birmingham City. We are very close to the end of this campaign in this first season, and wow, what a past 8 games we have had. If you remember back to the last episode when I showed you the league table, we were 8 points behind Norwich City, and I said, I expect top 6, but I don't expect to catch Norwich City. Well, we've not only caught them, we've just overtaken them as of our last game. We've got the same amount of wins, same amount of draws and losses as Norwich City, but the past few months haven't been very good. A loss against Liverpool in the FA Cup quarter-final, but before that, no win in their 3 championship fixtures, and recently losing 1-0 away to Blackburn Rovers sees us overtake them due to our superior goal difference. 6 games remaining. We are 7 points clear of Middlesbrough in third. We are guaranteed to be in the playoffs, and it's looking all the more likely that we may be winning promotion to the Premier League, exceeding the board's expectations. Now, just going back onto the board, finally, the takeover has taken place. Dr. Abdullah Al-Humaida is our new chairman of the football club. There was an email, I've lost the emails now because it happened some time ago, saying that the first thing he wanted to do was to get rid of the debts of the football club, not to pump millions and millions and take over the world. He wanted to clear the debts. Well, you normally get an email after that saying how much money he's invested into the club. He invested nothing. Financial status is still insecure. Overall balance is still £3.5 million in the red. We're still projected to lose a lot of money. I think what the game has done and what he is doing is he expects us to be in the Premier League next season. He's just going to use the Premier League money to get us out of financial insecurity. Of course, it's not confirmed, but it's looking very likely that we could be a Premier League side this next season, which is mad, considering I thought it would take a good few seasons. But it's thanks to players like Scott Hogan, who is now on 30 goals for the season. I mean, the amount of goals that strikers have scored in the Championship this year is mental. And the fact that Scott Hogan has got 30 and 38 is fantastic from a player of his quality. Even players like Longello, who have done amazingly well this year, Tahith Chong, Joby Bellingham, the goalkeeper John Ruddy, a lot of clean sheets he's got this year, 20 in fact. He's currently got an injury of a sports hernia. But a brilliant performance by him. Just everyone I could give a shout out to this year. Maxine Collin, who's done great. Trusty, who's a player that I want to try and pick up on a permanent. Bielik, Longello, Robert, Somerville. The list is endless. But we've got a game against Stoke City to try and get another 3 points on the board. Before we go through that, in the last episode you saw us beat Huddersfield Town, bottom of the league, Huddersfield Town, by 3-1. They're still bottom of the league at this present moment. But since then, we've only conceded 1 goal, 2 draws, and the rest were victories. We beat Luton by 2-0 after the Huddersfield game. Rhys Burke got sent off in between 2 goals by Tahith Chong. He's been a man that's really started to step up as of late. A 4.5-star player for us, 11 assists, 8 goals in the league. He has done really well this season and did well in that game. Against Wigan Athletic, we were unfortunately just halted to a 0-0 draw. Both sides didn't have many chances, and Scott Hogan had one of them inconsistent days that he likes to pull off, and it finished 0-0. But he was soon back up and running against Rotherham United at home. A hat-trick for the main man, one of them from the penalty spot. Another red card for one of their players in the form of Ferguson, and Tahith Chong got himself on the score sheet as well, giving us a lovely 4-0 clean sheet victory. Big game against Watford, who are currently running in and around the playoff places, looking like they're going to cement that position. And we hammered them by 3-0. 17-year-old Joby Bellingham getting 2 goals, and then a goal by Scott Hogan again, giving us a very dominating 3-0 victory away at Vicarage Road. In between that, we had an international break, so I decided just to play Hales Owen. Played Jordan Hugill, who got a good few minutes because we've brought him in, and it's probably my fault that I've done this. I just thought he'd an improvement on Jukovic. I'll bring him in case of a striker crisis. He's only been playing off the bench. He's not started. He doesn't do much when he comes on. And in fact, I might be keeping him for another season anyways yet, because Troy Deeney is just, I'm not going to be handing him a contract. He's a bit disappointed that he's not been given the playing time that he gets. So he's probably going to be on his way out. And I'll just keep Hugo as a reserve striker for next season. As well as that, then after the friendly, we beat Blackburn Rovers by 2-0. A nice comfortable clean sheet here again. Blackburn limited to having very little chances. Somerville and Bakuna getting on the score sheet there. We beat QPR 3-1. We beat them, of course, 3-2 a few episodes ago, which was major. They had a lot of chances in this game, more so than us, but we were just more clinical in front of goal. Hogan with 2, Aaron Trusty getting a goal. And then after the second half, it was a lot of the highlights were just swaying in their direction. And it was a goal from their talisman, Tyler Roberts, who for some reason didn't start, came on off the bench, which made us look a little bit edgy. They started having more and more chances, as you can see by the XG, but we were happy. We got the comfortable 3-0 victory by half-time, and we've seen out the game. And then last but not least, a disappointing 0-0 draw against Reading. One of the most toughest matches we've had this season. 5 yellow cards, only 1 shot on target. They battered us. They deserved 3 points, but they didn't get it. A good, strong defensive performance from our backline. Neil Etheridge really stepping up in the past few games since John Ruddy has been out. 7.5, 6.8 and a 7.4 rating for him. He did really, really well and has been getting a few clean sheets for us, and it was good from him and the rest of the defence as we solidified a 0-0 draw. With that then, I think it's time to get into this game against Stoke City. It's only John Ruddy who's our injury. Actually, there's always something that I remember before going into a game. We've signed some players, some youth players whose contracts are expiring. Nothing major. These are players that have got about 1 star current ability, 1.5 star current ability. Might have a little bit of potential. Keeping them just for a few years, we might be able to, pick up couple of £100,000 for these players in the future. But they're just brought in as players that I'd seen. I won't go through the names. You can see the stats there. Pause the video if you like. But they're just 5 players that we've brought in. I'm going to rotate this side against Stoke City. We've had a lot of games in such a short space of time. So let's make a few changes before we jump into this game. I think the back line will get changed a little bit. We'll bring on Dion Sanderson. We'll take off Trusty and we'll start Harley Dean. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do that so Trusty's just not involved. Full stop. Langelo's going to have to start. We might have to bring on Friend a little bit later on. And I think we'll keep the midfield and I think we'll keep the attack how it is. So with that then, this is going to be the lineup for the game. Neil Etheridge will stay in goal. John Ruddy comes back within 2 weeks, so he'll continue in goal. Maxime Collins, Sanderson, Dean and Langelo will be the back line. Bielik in the CDM role with Bakuna and Bellingham finishing the midfield. Somerville on the right, Chung on the left and Scott Hogan will be the man up front. On the bench, we've got players such as Friend, Roberts, James Hall, Lecco, Hannibal and Jordan Hugo. With that then, let's go straight into the game. Stoke City lineup on your screen. They've got some surprising names in that team. Graziano Pella is someone that sticks out like a sore thumb up front for them. He must be about 40 years of age in that team. Let's have a look. Graziano Pella, 37, wanted by MRT. He joined them on a free from Parma. Didn't play in the 21-22 season. Scored 8 goals for them. Brilliant. So that's a proper FM signing, that, isn't it? As the game has kicked off. Somerville gets the ball from Colin, who finds it to Sanderson. Much weaker defence, I realised, that we're playing today, but just because of fitness reasons, don't want to risk them when we might need them. As Chong runs through, but is unable to get the ball into an attacking area. We get the throw in. Langelo finds Bielik, back to Langelo, who whips the ball in. Scott Hogan heads it. And I say every episode, I have never seen such a brilliant performance from a striker in many years of playing Football Manager. Scott Hogan has picked out his 31st of the season. It's another beauty, great finish, and we lead by 1-0 as we try to push away from Norwich City. Longello on the left side. Dean to Sanderson. Back to Dean. Dean fires it over to Maxime Colin. He can play a beautiful ball over to Jobby Bellingham. I don't know if it's Jobby or Job. I keep saying a mixture of the two. If anyone knows what it is, please do leave a comment as the ball goes wide. Bellingham can get the ball back into the box here, hopefully, from this corner. Whipped in. No one can head it. Chong gets it through. And can he get it into the mixer? Yes, he can. Hogan there. Hogan heads it. Great save by Joe Bursick. A really good Football Manager goalkeeper signing. Bursick, I've had him in a couple of FM saves in the past. And he's proving why there with an excellent save. Second corner in. Dean can't get the header. Chong gets it back again. Bellingham can't get there and it's cleared by the Stoke City defender. Dominating here, Birmingham City, but they have a free kick. Sutar heads it from Baker's free kick. And the ball just skims the bar. We know it's our turn from a free kick. Bakuna with it. Janino Bakuna, he loves a free kick. He shoots. Another save by Joe Bursick, trying to keep Stoke City in this game with his excellent goalkeeping ability. Another corner within the first half an hour. Bellingham whips it. Fox clears it out of danger. And Colin can retrieve at the back. But the highlight ends there. 15 minutes to go of the first half. Colin, again, it's all Birmingham, but Stoke City's still in this game. Dean's up there for some reason. Dean, get back! As that highlight ends. 37 minutes in. Bursick kicks the ball clear. Bielik heads it and Bellingham retrieves in the middle. Bellingham, can he find a forward pass? He's going to run out wide by himself in the Mazzala role. Bellingham, really like him there. I think he's so good. As Chong gets it, saved again by Bursick. He must be on a good star rate at the minute because he's doing really well in goal for Stoke City. Lewis Baker to Taylor. Taylor to Sutar. What can Sutar do with this? Don't lose it. He's just hoofed it there to Delap. Bielik can't intervene. Baker gets it. Good ball out wide there to Josh Timon. Some good plays in this Stoke side. Good tackle there. Somerville can get it back. Plays the ball inside to Colin. Can he play 1-2? He can't. Longello knocks it on. Bellingham can't get there. And Stoke City with a shot. Smallbone. Will Smallbone putting it wide of the bar. Stoke still in this game. Not a shot on target though. There's been a plethora of highlights in this first half. And it is 1-0. I'm just going to say, don't get complacent out there. Let's continue pushing. Let's get a few more goals. Hogan's in fine form at the minute in this game. Let's see if he can get his shooting boots back on and get us another goal. Another corner. Dean this time again can't get there. Bellingham picks it back up. Bielik to Bakuna, who plays it to Sanderson, who loses out. And Delap, who's got the goal in his face. Can he get a shot off? He does. But it's not on target and it's not troubling Neil Etheridge in goal. Colin attacking for Birmingham to Somerville. Bakuna whips it in. Bellingham strikes it. And on another day, Joe Bellingham gets that into the back of the net and extends our lead. But he doesn't do so with that effort. And it remains 1-0. And moments later, he's picked up a red injury and is forced off the field of play. We'll bring on Hannibal in the Mazzala role. Oh, I hope that's not a big injury. He's been instrumental in midfield this year. He's developed so well. I really hope he's not badly injured there. Let's make some more changes so we can prevent that from happening to any of the other players. We'll bring on Lecco for some of it. And I am going to bring on George Friend, but I'm just going to play him in a supporting role because I don't think he's got the acceleration to be beating men on the attack duty. We'll just invert that the other way around. Yeah, let's just do that for a few more moments and then we'll make a few more changes. I'm going to take off Harley Dean because he's not on a good rating. Bring on Roberts and swap them two around. And then, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll do that. We'll play Lecco as an inverted winger on attack. We'll play Scott Hogan as an inside forward on attack, and then we'll bring on Jordan Hugill as a pressing forward. His star rate's gone down half a star due to a lack of game time and a lack of goals, so it's disappointing to see, but We'll continue on, see if he can do something here. He tries to knock the ball on from Sutar, but he can't. Powell to Fox. Come on, guys, defend. Powell through. Etheridge with a great catch. You need your goalkeeper to help you in big moments, and he's done just that there. And can we continue? The highlight does continue. Etheridge hooves it forward. Sutar to Kilkenny. To Taylor. Taylor to Bielik. Bakuna to Hannibal. Hannibal to Friend. Lecco. Back to Friend. Can he play a ball forward to someone who's making a run? Hannibal was the man doing it, and he's got the ball. Put it into Lecco. Lecco to Hugill. There it is. Jordan Hugill. Welcome to Birmingham City on his 10th feature for Birmingham. He grabs his first goal for his stay at the club. Good finish from the striker. It looks as if Lecco was going to get that ball, but he doesn't. Falls to Hugill, and it's a cool, calm and collected ball. And that could be a big 3 points as we fight Norwich City for the title in the Sky Bet Championship. Well done, Jordan Hugill. Still a moment of time to get a bit more. A few more goals. Thompson shoots. Doesn't trouble Neil Etheridge with that. He's had a good performance today again as well. And there's only 5 minutes left, but there is another highlight in this game. God, it feels like we're extended highlights with how many highlights have been in this game. Colin, what can he do with the ball? Bielik finds Bakuna. Can he get a ball out wide? He can't. Roberts is going to try and find a pass. He does it. Finds it to Colin. Colin can whip it in. Hugill's in the box there waiting. Oh, he can't get there though, Hugill. Looked as if he was just going to get a toe to that, but he doesn't find it. The keeper hoofs it forward and George Friend retrieves it. George Friend and Hugill once shared in dressing room at Middlesbrough a few seasons ago. Sanderson, space inside, gets it to Hannibal. He does. Jordan Hugill's up there again. Hannibal squares it to Hugill. I had all the space here on Bielik's right hand side to just get that ball in the back of the net. And he doesn't, but it doesn't matter because it's a 2-0 victory. Goals from two strikers, Horgill and Hogan, who get us a vital 3 points. We're only 5 games remaining now, and it looks like we could be very, very close to the Premier League. Middlesbrough drawing away to Bristol City, who sit in the relegation zone, meaning the gap is 9 points now to Middlesbrough with only 5 games remaining. Bellingham only out for under 2 weeks, which is definitely a very nice sight to see. Could have been a whole lot worse when I saw that red injury marker come up. I think we've got one more game to go, one more episode to come, and I'll probably come back for either of the last 2 games of the season where we'll hopefully wrap up our promotion to the Premier League unless we have a massive turn of results. I'm hoping it will be the case and we'll have a brilliant promotion party to celebrate in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the series. If you are enjoying it, please hit the like button, comment and subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already, and I'll see you for the next episode of this save very soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.